also apparently we're still playing Dark Souls. Alright, so
I updated it earlier.
we forgot to jiggle the mouse. For shoutouts to anybody who's played Space Alert, the board game, before. We forgot to hit C in the cockpit, so we all just got delayed by a tick.
Our 4 hours expired on the Windows update, so the whole computer just restarted.
So yeah, our computer restarted. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I went up this ladder, this beanstalk. I'm not sure how much of that was actually seen by people. I grabbed this badge, Super Jump Charge. It's really good. Yeah, the question I had was why is any percent and any percent no peach warp actually separate categories? Any percent skips 2 chapters entirely, and the majority of 2 more chapters by using the Blue House skip. Why is that any percent no peach warp, and yet the peach warp skips 2 chapters theoretically? It actually skips less than the Blue House skip does. Why is it a separate category? Why isn't it just any percent? I would really like to hear why it's a separate category. It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, are we actually streaming right now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, I
up.
thought so. So yeah, I think our splits have been blown to smithereens.
Pretty much.
Smithereens.
So I can keep going with a timer.
Okay. Yeah, just right click and say start at.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna bring this over so I can get it on
Oh, you made splits for
No, he was just using his split.
we just start. Well, no, because they didn't say it.
Well,
I mean,
you can make W split start at whatever time you want. So it was like about 1:14, I think, is what it was. So yeah, just say start at 1:14.
So Matt, when are we gonna head back? After this. At what time?
1:14. I think that's the time you were at approximately.
Just need to get this back on computer.
So, would that be counted as 2 separate Twitch archives, or would they put that together?
Put it together.
Anyways. Because did I actually show you those series of glitches at the very end there, the Peach Warp stuff? Because I showed you a bunch of this stuff, but...
You told me about it, but you didn't show me those.
I don't know how to get this screen capture.
Oh, I think you actually...
Probably have to put it back on again.
I think it's actually a screen capture, it's not a W screen, but it is. so bright.
Just isn't showing
Do we have any runs that didn't have something like catastrophic happen? Well, that's true. The anti-chamber runs actually went really well. Well, honestly, at the pace I was going, I'd definitely be underestimated. Even though that was
Oh yeah.
looking kind of
Easy
bad, I
underestimate.
was easily under 2 hours 15. Like, even a minute over PB is still 2 hours 3. So.
let's just add another one. Yet it's not showing all it's up here.
It just looks so funny every time it happens.
Just the nestled right in there.
Yeah, just, let's get nestled. Alright, is it good to go?
Yeah, I just need to like move the
Alright, so, don't convince Mario that he didn't just beat Chapter 6, because he totally just beat Chapter 6. But he heard a rumor. Rumor about how Chapter 7 is actually just like in the North Pole. And that sounds cold and, you know, far away and difficult. So, Mario's just gonna do that. He's gonna go on another tropical vacation. Spoilers. But first, we need to get some new boots, because these OG boots that we've been walking around with since the beginning of the game are just starting to wear a little thin, if you will. So let's not get hit by those guys. So I could have got this on the way to beating Chapter 6, but I didn't, because these guys are jerks. And I don't really like getting first struck by them. So I kind of didn't really want to risk coming down here at 4 HP. It's kind of bad news. You can save about a second, actually, if you get the Ultra Boots first, and then you can leave the area where the Ultra Jump charge is. Oh, nice. You can leave the area where the Ultra Jump charge is and reset the cycle that the bouncy cloud is on. Oh no. So, yeah, it saves about a second, but it's a lot more dangerous. Because if you get first struck at 4 HP going to these guys, and then you need to dick around and jump on them and stuff, you could actually die. That's bad. Go away, Spines. Bunnies are pretty good moves. That definitely was pretty shameful though.
It's forced to aim something and then jump.
So yeah, this is the tree fort that Raphael the Raven usually builds you, by the way. Once again, the game just assumes that since you've beaten Chapter 5, you must have beaten all of Chapter 5, and Mario is too dangerous and too much of an idiot to try and question. So when he says that you beat Chapter 5, and that the only way to get in there is by using Raphael the Raven, then just don't question it. They just build things. So I'm once again gonna go revisit the amazing yet somehow traumatic experience that Mario had here. A nice tropical vacation here. You can also go under this spiky thing by using bow, but we don't have bow, so just have run. It's faster that way. So it's actually faster to wait for that platform, spin, dash across this entire thing, not hit any enemies, and jump on Like Lester and cross this lava gap. It's faster by about 1 second. And if you get into any battles with those fire guys, they lose in 10 seconds or so. So it's just not a gamble. Especially because the enemies move around. So, not a gamble. Maybe if I was like world record pace or something, consider solidifying my lead. You know, my amazing lead. Let's get these consistent strats. Consistent. You don't like being trapped in the consistency. Okay, so what's actually happening there, by the way, is I need to get down. Going down requires I need to have all momentum go down, but I can't get down. So we don't have spins. Right, we don't have spins.
It's just a timer.
Yeah, I can't actually get down because in order to walk off the upper edge, I have to either go up or upright or right. And so what I have to do is convert all of my momentum into going downwards so I can cross all the way underneath and end up in the lower semicircle where I can go out of bounds because that area is farther to the right. It's still crooked. And so what I do is when you walk off the edge, if you immediately and at the right timing walk into the stage, Mario bumps his head against the floor and clipping into the floor slightly stalls all of his momentum, and then since you're already holding down, he now has all downward momentum instead of rightwards or uprightwards or upwards momentum, which allows you to make it all the way from the top semicircle all the way to the bottom semicircle. Doing that is much more consistent than getting into the lower semicircle, which requires Like Lester to be apparently all the way over to the right in his little prison. The exact distance between you and Like Lester depends on whether or not you can rip into the bottom semicircle, and it just seems like RNG to me. I've definitely had it where he's not all the way to the right, and it still worked. So I don't like that trick. I just do the more consistent. So by the way, we beat Chapter 7, and no one is going to convince Mario otherwise. Look at the look in his eyes. He is so happy.
Glad to be done with this stupid shit in Chapter 7.
Yeah,
All this ice and snow.
such hard work. This area has probably my favorite soundtrack in the game, though. So, I'm gonna grab this Thunder Rage. When you grab these items, the door closes, but since we're leaving, it doesn't matter. Grabbing and using that Thunder Rage is faster than using Starstorm. Starstorm's a really awesome star power, but it takes a while, because Mario has to pray, he has to, the shining lights have to go up to the sky, the star has to come down, the star, like, talks, then star things start shooting down, then it does damage. It takes a long time. So, lightning bolts are faster. Grab this Ultra Shroom. I actually don't need it.
You can make a gem and ultra.
I could make
Ultra.
an absolutely jamming Ultra. The reason we want the Ultra Shroom is it sells for 50 coins. That's the only reason. That might as well have just exploded into 50 coins. That would have been slower, actually. So maybe it might as well have not. Gotta grab this repel gel behind the tree here.
Does Tasty's recipe book get saved by this manipulation of triggers? Like, can you do dual item recipes right now?
I can't remember what triggers that in this game.
Because you have to find it in the Shy Guy Toy Box.
Yes, that's right. No, I believe you actually have to give her the frying pan. It's not chapter related. It's whether or not she has the frying pan. So I'm gonna sell that Ultra Shroom I just got, and I'm gonna use it to buy a Life Shroom. And I'm actually gonna double check. That's the backup strat. If I died at Lycolester or anywhere else, then what I do is I hold on to the Ultra Shroom and then take it up to the Star Spirits store, which sells Life Shrooms for 25 instead of 40. So the 50 coins I get from the Ultra Shroom actually buys me 2 Life Shrooms, which is the one I need plus the one to make up the one that I lost. The thing is, the Star Spirit store is farther out of the way, and it also lags really badly, so I don't want to go there unless I have to. So I don't go there. So for those of you taking count at home, I am heading to chapter 8, final area in the game. I'm currently still at level 2. Remember how I beat that Koopa Bros back in Koopa Bros Fortress ever so many aeons ago and got to level 2? I'm still level 2. And instead of beating chapters 1 through 7, I've beaten chapter 5 3 times.
That's pretty close.
That's pretty close, right? Oh yeah.
Since you're not calling people a replicate,
Well, maybe, but it's a little late now. You can use Lycolester to clip into the side of this pillar, and you can go underneath and then respawn at the top. And it's slower than just climbing it because you have to switch to Lycolester, then switch back to Bombette because I need Bombette right away. And you have to fall all the way out of bounds. It's not useful. It's interesting. This is a very, very narrow walkway here, so... Whoops. Wow. I was 100% certain I was about to fight that thing. That's gonna... Okay, I'm apparently better at avoiding enemies when I don't think I can avoid them than I thought I am. Anyway. What was I saying? Oops. Loading zone storage, by the way, you can jump into loading zones, and they don't trigger until you touch the ground. So jumping into loading zones is bad. It actually wastes time. And that's actually something that I need to point out in my own runs to myself and stop myself from doing. Also check out this rad remix of Magma Caverns.
I don't remember.
Anyway,
This is like a major.
Max was playing Metroid Prime at the same time as James was playing this, and we were just like, this is the same.
well, Max was actually what Max said was, man, that's a rad remix of Magma Caverns you got going there.
oh yeah, and the photos that's playing on his computer.
Yeah.
Yo, this is like some crazy remixes, and one this is Paper Mario instead of like the right one. So
people are making wishes because, you know, shooting stars and things.
things and giving energy to the spirit world.
Mario RPGs seem to have a fixation with strange vehicles that travel through space and fly at things that are faces attached to other things.
As proven by 2 consecutive seasons there.
Oh yeah, that's what we mentioned. The Blue House skip obviously skips all of chapter. I'm making a save. Obviously skips, you know, most of chapter 1, pretty much all of chapter 2, and all of chapter 3 and 4, and goes straight to chapter 5. The kind of hidden thing that it skips that you kind of forget about is it also skips. It skips 2 boss fights. There's a boss encounter getting to the island on the tuna, Here's where I use the lightning. And then it skips a boss encounter of coming back, where you have to fight Junior Troopa. And then it also skips the travel time, getting there and back. So it basically skips, 3 cutscenes or so and 2 boss fights, in addition to skipping chapters. I meant to mention that back when I did the Blue House, but, I didn't. This is the Molten Salt Factory, by the way, because these guys are groups. Yeah, let's keep the Molten Salt moving. Bowser's Castle is absolutely chock full of enemies that can very, very easily kill me. The thing is that most of them, basically everything but the Hammer Bros, are really good. And you can get around them pretty easily. And if they first strike you, you'll take some damage, but that's fine. If they first strike you and then you don't run away, you're usually dead. It's really bad. Don't do that. So Mario has had more than a little bit of experience with breaking out of jail cells, and wow, that didn't work. It actually works from that far away, but, Matt hinted it. Facing to the right to make the item fall to the right, so that it doesn't fall on top of the block this time. Yeah, this, it doesn't look so bad on the stream, but the red of the lava is really actually grating on the eyes here on the screen. It's pretty bad. I need to pick up another live stream here. Final Bowser requires 5 per save. You can do Final Bowser with as few as 3, but those are super YOLO strats. 4 is hard but doable. 3 is crazy talk. So anyway, I'm in jail. This is actually basically a little dead end that you can go to get this badge over here in this block. You have to do a bunch of puzzles with like raising and lowering lava and getting keys and stuff. Mario doesn't have time for that. Instead what we're going to do is do a mini out of bounds almost on top of this block. Then we're going to fly over to the right, and now we've just skipped that entire basement area because fuck toads. What do they have to do? They don't get rescued. Normally they're in jail, but you get to free them. Notice there's I was talking about Green Lunatic Mario. There's a whole lot of people he's supposed to save, or at the very least you'd think morally he should save them. No, that doesn't work. He leaves them to die. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of safety saves here just because might as well. And I don't even have splits anymore, so.
Yeah, we kind of started the thing normally easier this time.
No, I think we were actually at an hour 14, but I can't remember if that was the correct time. If I'm like sub 2 hours, then we clearly started it at the wrong time. But this actually seems about reasonable. There's still a fair bit left. What's rather humorous is getting. Okay, normally, John, this is your question.
Yeah.
Normally you need sushi in order to do this, but I skipped sushi. But apparently Mario is Jesus. He can just walk on water, and like Lester is just so baller that he ignores physics and clipping and just general, things that scientists would generally comment about. Would you like to comment about that as a scientist, John?
No, I'd really rather not talk about that.
So I just prefer how intelligence.
I'd rather not get involved.
Okay.
So
yeah.
my name. Good scientist.
So there's basically a whole lot of like Lester clips that came up and are coming up and will be coming up in Bowser's Castle. A lot of Bowser's Castle is just broken by like Lester. Because he knows all the ins and outs, right? He was a Bowser minion. Not saving all the frames. No, there's like invisible walls that I cannot jump. You
Kind
actually,
of transdimensional walls.
you have to go out of
Game
bounds.
knows.
The game knows. So normally you'd release these chains to lower the water levels, but what would Mario know about raising and lowering water levels? You know, plumbing and things like that. That doesn't make any sense. So what we do instead is try to see these pixels on this TV. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That might actually be better. That'll work. But, man, I'm gonna stop freezing. Stream, what do you tell me? Let me see this. Not only is Mario Jesus, but he actually just doesn't understand water. Okay, coming up, this is canonless. There's a whole bunch of gold cannons that are basically like mini bosses here. But every game needs a canonless. So here's Paper Mario's canonless. Oops, I missed it. Apparently this is pixel perfect. It doesn't feel like it because it's really easy to find the pixel. So I'm out of bounds. I'm going to attempt to remain out of bounds. Going up here. Oh my goodness, Mario. That is going to be way out of bounds. Okay. How you doing, Mario? Okay, I'm back in bounds. So I skipped 2 of the 4 cannons because I just messed up there. So I'm going to have to do some backup strats. So that was only half cannons, not
The old partial cannon.
partial cannonless. It's easier to run away from the bullet bills than it is to run away from the cannons themselves. So that definitely lost a lot of time there.
So
Unfortunately.
do you only fail to run away if your little sliding cursor is in the area that you
Yes.
Oh,
When I mash the like light teal area
Yeah.
it fills, if the OK slider isn't in that, then you fail.
okay.
I believe before you get the star commands, it's actually random because you can just fail to run away from the bullets, but you can mash to maximum after like 3 passes.
Is the speed that the slider moves across the bar random as well? Because every time it seems to go the same way and like stops
I think-
on like the left-hand side.
I don't know the exact mechanics of the runaway time, honestly. A whole lot of it is controlled by our game. So yeah, one of the main reasons that we level up on Bet is specifically for this ability, which does 6 damage to everything standing on the ground, which just means that Starstorm does that, kills basically every enemy. You notice I got 66 Star Coins for this battle. That was, by the way, an optional battle, if you notice. The thing is, he's guarding this block, which I have to push over, and it's really hard to get around him. He definitely guards that block real good. And I need to level up one time before doing the Juba. I need those 6 VP in order to actually beat the Juba. So, it is safer, more reliable, and not much slower. And I mean that like as in seconds slower than fighting the Juba which are coming up, rather than making them run away. Well, in a second. But so this is yet another quiz that you can basically just mash through in order to win. The quiz is not random. The answers are always 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. If you answer 3 questions, he actually summons 3 anti-guys. He says he'll game over you, but he actually just makes you do a fight. But the fight is honestly harder than the last boss. Anti-guys have 50 health and do 10 damage, or 12 if they do a slightly slower attack. So 150 health doing 30 damage a round is pretty ridiculous, especially considering that I have 10 health. So every time they attack, I am basically dead.
There's hardly any difference then between like that high damage and a little less.
I mean, the one thing that Final Bowser has over anti-guys though is Final Bowser has 2 defense. Whereas anti-guys don't have any. They might have
Don't
one.
they have one?
They might actually have one. Anti-guys are scary.
You don't have to fight any ever, right?
No. There's one
Like normal
guarding.
gameplay, obviously.
Yeah, there's one guarding a power-up treasure chest in Shy Guy's toy box. There's 3 here, and I actually don't know if there are any more. I think there might be, but I don't know.
I can't think of any other ones.
This is a really hard question. I think the question is actually how many arms do they have in total? I think I remember that.
How many sunglasses are they wearing?
Not enough.
How much swag is in their bag?
All of it. Oops. So I had a actually quite good run end by forgetting to put the badges that I equipped a couple streams ago after beating the Hammer Bros. When I fought the boss fight.
Oh, you don't want to get breath for the last boss fight?
These guys are jerks. You can kind of manipulate them to throw hammers. Throwing hammers, they only do it so they stop chasing you and start throwing hammers as soon as they find them easier. They are, however, giant jerks, and sometimes they'll just stand in the middle and not do that, and just get into battle with you anyway. So it's great. This puzzle here is not random. It's always up, down, down, up, down, up. It's
In the background.
It's in the background. I actually watched. So Amalicious. I am an idiot. I'm sorry, Amalicious. You're just so distracted. You're so good. He did a live debut, basically, of Super Mario 1000 Year Door TAS on his channel. And it was a really cool TAS, actually. There's a lot of stuff in it that I didn't realize you could do. Even seeing just from the regular speedrun, I didn't know about anyway, rather humorously, in the 1000 Year Door, the equivalent of that puzzle is you have to follow some lit torches. And the 1000 Year Door task got to that segment at 4 hours and 20 minutes. So shoutouts to the 430 marathon. Oh yeah, time? No, it's not. You got Princess Peach obviously.
Hey.
Need to leave. Oh wait, I remember those guys. I mean, I don't. I've never seen them before. Okay, so this is the last non-boss required fight here. And I mentioned it's slightly faster to fight these guys instead of using up and away to make them run away, than it is to fight the Troll Bros, the Hammer Bros that guard the block. The thing is that you have to do nothing and hope that they transform into Bombette, because if they do, then using Bombette blows them all up. But if none of them transform, then they will just kill you and you lose your life stream, and that's fun. And if they don't all transform, then it's just slower again than just killing the Troll Bros. So, all in all, it's not good. Alright, here's some guy that I barely remember beating up 4 guys who I've never met. Yeah, they've got some sort of ultra new move that's way better than their old move they didn't get to show me. And then this guy, who I've met once before, I think, like an hour and 40 minutes ago, I think. I don't know, he looks something like that. He seems pretty mad though, so he should chill out. Yo, dude, chill out. I personally absolutely love this fight because of how perfect the MP and HP works out. This is going to be the first example of Super Jump Charge. Super Jump Charge takes your turn and it uses up 4 MP. And the next jump you do that is power increased by 3. However, Power Bounce keeps the... You'll see. Power Bounce kind of exploits this. So, if my first jump is 10 damage, then the next Power Bounce will do 9, and the next one will do 8, and so on, and it will do a lot of damage. So, he is no longer chilled out, he is fully angry again. Which means that he is doing 8 damage, which is a lot of damage. So, this hit is expected to kill me. If it misses, then I have an extra life shroom. Okay, I did. That's fine. So, getting 5 bounces here will kill him before the next cycle. Getting 4 bounces will be more, and I have to do Alright, I got capped. Notice that I jumped really far away from him. So we get to watch this transformation. He gets 1 more attack, and then I have to do Starstorm. So that wastes a lot of time. I'm not even bothered blocking it. So that was another example of being capped. You can tell I was capped because I jumped really far away rather than falling to the ground. So even though I hit the action command to jump 1 more time, the game just decided that not good. Also, like I said, perfect health and meter management. I'm ending the battle with 1 HP and 0 FP.
And like 0 stars.
And like 0 star power.
That's the thing.
Almost 0 star power. Like, I just love how perfectly the resources line up. That also is the choke point for items. Before that battle, I had exactly 10. So that is why, and all the rest of the items I'm holding I need for Final Bowser. So that is why, oh my goodness, not dying and not picking up unnecessary items are a thing, really, because you can't bring them anyway, and the strategies for these 2 last boss fights are very compressed because there's a limited number of items and badges and things that you can use anyway. So, anyway, coming up is the most horrifying room in the game. It is, this is like Twitch bannable, guys. Okay, this room is terrifying. It is horrifying. Everything that lives is made of paper. Mario is paper, Harry Carey is paper, Bowser is paper, Peach is paper. This is a library. This is terrifying, people.
Spooky music.
It's so spooky. I'm super hedging my bets here. I do not expect to lose to Hallway Bowser, but it's actually possible for the game to just throw bad RNG at me and I will just lose regardless of what I do. So I'm saving after I do everything I need to do in here. Because if I do die, it saves time, and if I don't die, then I wasted, the time it took to leave and then come back, rather than saving. So, Hallway Bowser is a jerk. Hallway Bowser, you don't have life shrooms for him. If he kills me, I'm gonna reset. Because Final Bowser has a big cutscene in the middle, so it takes a lot longer to reset on Final Bowser than it does to reset on this guy, basically. Alright, if he does Flame Breath first, then one of his next 2 attacks have to miss. Attacks miss if you're in danger, and it's something like a 20% chance. So, after his first attack, you get to see whether or not this game is being a jerk or not. The first attack, he has 3 different attacks, so he has a 1 of 3 chance of doing Fire Breath first, which will do 6 damage to me. He normally does 8, but I can block it, which will do 7, and then I have a badge that reduces fire damage by 1. You're a jerk, Bowser, I hate you. Now I'm in danger. I have another badge called Power Rush, which makes me do extra damage, which is why I'm doing neutral jumps here. And then I have another badge called Last Stand. Last stand makes me take half damage. So his 8 attack fire breath would be half to 4, and I take 1 less to 3, and then 1 less to 2 because of my badge. His other attacks do 5 damage, so that'd be half to 3, and then I take 1 less down to 2. So if I have 5 or 6 health, then I'll survive his 2 attacks with either 1 or 2 health. The thing is that he did fire breath first, which does 6, which means I have 4 health, which means that his 2 attacks will kill me. Which means that 1 of the 2 next attacks have to miss. Or I could... that was, Alright, well, since the next attack has to miss anyway, the fact that I missed that block doesn't matter. Normally it matters. Normally if you miss any blocks, you lose. Please miss. Oh, it missed! Oh my goodness. That is my favorite musical bit. And... you dead. There's no overdealt damage here. He has exactly 0.
Time to go to level 3.
Time to go to level 4, actually.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright, so, yeah, level 4.
Third level up.
Yeah, our 3rd level up. HP is basically useless. It doesn't help us kill things faster. So why would we level up HP? And we don't actually have badges worth using, so we just level up FP. We actually need a lot of FP for this next one. It's really hard to do 99 damage quickly, and this guy can just kill you really fast.
Who's the last to save one?
I love the mysterious shroud that envelops Mario in his last. And you will see me take off Speedy Spin finally. Never took it off the entire round, which I thought was really good. Take it off right here. 2 steps. Faster. Gotta do fast. So, I mentioned repel gels. Repel gels are important to make you invincible. But then you might say, okay, well, 1 attack would bring you down to 1 health, and then another attack would kill you. So 2 turns of invincibility is basically the same thing as a life shroom. Why would you pick up repel gels? Why would you go so far out of your way to get those 2 repel gels when you could just sell some extra items to buy a bunch of life shrooms at 25 coins apiece? The problem is that Bowser has an attack called the Circle Wave, or just the Wave. It does damage to you and your partner, which is one of the few attacks in the game that can hurt your brother. There's, I think, 3.
Only 3.
I don't know if the stream saw it, but the game is lagging really hard right now. Block that. Also, Carry, you can use his shell shot and spam it. He's so big, it will hit him no matter what. Anyway, so the Circle Wave, in addition to doing damage to you and your partner, removes all of your buffs, which means that it removes jump charge from you, even if you block it. So we have to time our repel gels on the turns that he is likely to do the wave, because if the wave hits you, it gets a reset. Because the only way to do enough damage to him is to use super jump charge launch. So that's why we went out for a little bit. This is the cutscene I mentioned. This is a really hard fight actually. It's super difficult. And actually, by tradition, I usually hand this off to someone else.
Oh yeah, okay, I got this.
So yeah, just hold down the B button and mash the A button.
All over this.
Go up with the stream TV.
Right, gotta keep my eyes focused on the actual TV here.
This is just too intense for me.
Okay, I'm not sure I'm gonna choose the right option for my attack. What if I screw this up?
Well, like I said to Rob one of the times that I had this off, if you can lose this fight, you are the undisputed battle master of Paper Mario speedrunning. So, the damage that I dealt to Bowser in the first phase of this fight carries over into the second phase, which is great. It means that this battle is actually possible, basically. I'm actually going to do a whole lot of things not really expect someone to do basic final Bowser. Usually, once you get to Peach Beam and use it to dispel his power-up shield, he creates a big annoying shield that makes him basically invincible and makes his attacks do damage. Well, no. I have 5 life streams for a reason. I need all of them. Specifically, I have 5 life shrooms, 2 Raquel gels, and jam and jelly, and I'll be using all of them. Another thing to know is that Bowser's attacks might do double damage, staying instantly enemy, but you still need to block the butt stomp. The butt stomp, if you don't block it, gets rid of one of your 3 action commands, either items, jump, or hammer. If it gets rid of hammer, it doesn't matter. But if it gets rid of jump, then I can't use jump charge, and if it gets rid of items, I can't use items. So I can't use Repel Gel, which means I get hit by the circle. So it's a really bad scene all around.
Is the jam and jelly really faster than like another Whack-A-Bump?
Yes, because it was behind the tree. Behind the tree on the way out.
Oh yeah, right. So you basically just walk right by it.
Getting an extra Whack-A-Bump is about 20 to 30 seconds, whereas that one is like maybe 5. Not even 5.
Right.
So it's definitely faster. You can theoretically do this fight with 1 fewer item. You can do this fight without the Jam and Jelly if you do 1 extra fight of any random encounter in order to level up 1 additional time and enter this fight with 20 FP. Instead of using the Jam and Jelly, you can instead use Refresh to gain 5 FP, which brings you to a total of 25 FP used, which is exactly enough to use all the abilities that you need to use in this fight. The problem is that if you get 4-capped, it doesn't work. So I was actually developing this as a backup strat, but it doesn't work because there's still the random chance of it not working anyway. So I begin the rope-a-dope.
Do you know what the odds are for the attacks?
I don't. 3 and 6 are uncommon, and 4 and 5 are common. I believe 3 is the minimum and 6 is the maximum, but I don't actually know the odds. So yeah, this is the rope-a-dope. I jump charge a lot. And since he's visually completely invincible, I just tell Perry to blocking platforms. His defense here is actually not infinite. It's just really high. If you do a lot of jump charges and then you bounce on him, you'll actually do damage. The thing is that his defense is super defense. If you use moves that penetrate defense, it doesn't penetrate the super defense. He has 5 points of super defense. So if I did a Starstorm, it would do 2 damage to him. So this is the first turn that I expect the wave to happen. So this is when I use this. Alright, so you use the wave. I'm actually going to not block this on purpose, so you don't have to keep telling and parry and not do things. I need more FP, so we use this jam and jelly. This is the turn that I mentioned, by the way, when you can come into here with one fewer item. You could theoretically have an extra life shroom for the hallway Bowser as a safer strat, but it's not actually safer because of RNG, so yeah, it's dumb. So yeah, instead of using the jam and jelly, you need to use refresh. So, I have 1 more life room, and there's basically just a matrix of different ways this fight can go depending on when he uses the wave. And since he used it early, I'm using the Repel Gel now, and I expect the wave this turn, which it comes out, which is beautiful. So he gave me the perfect pattern, which I am really happy about. Charge again. Charge. I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm actually not a huge idiot, because I'm pretty sure this still works. Oh no, it doesn't. I'm a big idiot. I think I actually just threw the gun. I was supposed to use Peach Beam. Oh my goodness, if I get... Okay, there's... Oh no, okay. So if he uses the... I definitely just threw this. It's now completely RNG. If he does the circle wave, it's a reset. If he heals, it's a reset. If he does any other attack, it's okay. Please don't circle wave. Oh god, that's the wave. That's reset. Just to show you what I mean, I now don't have jump charges.
Yeah.
What if you block it?
It doesn't matter.
If you block it, you still lose your charges.
Yes. Yeah. You have to not get hit by it. Yeah, that was really terrible. So the final cutscene, if that killed him, let's pretend I killed him, it's about 6 minutes. So that would have been a 202, which is worse than my PB by about a minute. So that's pretty bad considering my PB is pretty bad. So yeah, that was a really, really bad mistake. That was terrible. Yeah, I was supposed to beach me on that turn, and then block his next attack, and then I would have won. If I didn't get 3 capped, because there's always the chance that you get 3 capped and then you just get thrown to the RNG wolves anyway. The twin cutscene is
So long.
so long. Oh my goodness. In a casual playthrough, it's actually really cool because it's a neat little like diversion in the middle of a really intense boss battle, basically. But when you've played this game more than once,
Yeah.
it's so long. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Frick. He even gave me the perfect timing too. RNG giveth, then I taketh back, and then RNG taketh away. This would be RNG giveth, I giveth back, and then RNG taketh away. You can theoretically actually save a VP here by unequipping power jump and using 1 jump charge and then 1 power bounce here instead of using 2 I'm getting really confused. Okay. Rather than using the power jump, you can unequip it and theoretically put on close call or something like that, and then use power bounce after 1 jump charge. Will do actually 2 more damage than 2 power jumps will. But it's slower because you have to bounce, you have to charge and you have to bounce 3 times. So it was actually factoring into my matrix of the theoretically safer battles. Let me pass this off again. It's just too hard. But theoretically, a task would probably actually have close call instead, and then just dodge the wave by
Right.
using RNG manipulation.
Just
every
luck
time.
manipulated close call like every turn.
Yeah, just not. It doesn't even have to do it every turn, but it would just have to luck manipulate a close call every wave.
Hey, but why not every turn?
Yeah, it might as well be every turn. There might be an algorithm about the maximum number of close call misses in a row or something like that.
Yeah, that's possible.
I don't know the underlying code of this game very well. And you can tell. What's really funny is that the fourth fastest time on the leaderboards is actually 204. So if I had not locked up Bowser at the end there, I actually still would have been done a 4th best run in the world run right here. This was not a good speed run. It should not be 4th on the leaderboards. This sounds self-disparaging, but it shouldn't be. This game deserves to be sped run well. I'm still learning. I've still got ways to go. Shout out to Rob Rock for doing a really good role brother. I'm coming for you. Be another couple months, but I'm coming for you.
Huge shift. Cam back.
speaking of shoutouts, shoutouts to GigaDB for doing a really good series of tutorials on YouTube. That's basically where I learned all of the tricks. I'm actually going to make a couple tutorial videos, mainly for the consistent version of the Peach Warp, because that's not really explained anywhere, and the Like Lester clip, because I'm getting pretty good at it, and I can do it consistently, and I don't know any tutorials, other than Rob Dog's product, his paste bin. His paste bin is good, but it doesn't show everything you need to do. So, get back to the community a little bit here. But yeah.
One of like the best Banjo-Tooie players in the world who was watching the game and like told me how to do a bunch of tricks.
Yeah, it's me.
While you were doing them.
It's like Pidgey and
Who is it that has the current world record? Is it Peach? Yeah. Okay.
it just got improved.
Yeah. Like within the last week, right? Yeah. I think I saw a video actually. Alright, so he didn't use the wave this turn, which means that he's giving me an annoying pattern. So, I hope he does the wave next turn, because if he doesn't, then like I actually don't know. Oh god. Okay, so I have to assume that he just didn't do the wave he's not going to do it again. So treat it like an early wave, and just hope he doesn't do it right now. That's lightning. That's lightning. That's gonna die. That's fine. That's whatever. That's another attack that does 10 damage. He's got a lot of those. So it looks like he skipped the wave entirely. I think that might be the second time that's ever happened to me. Wow, it actually lagged right there. Okay, so treat it like an early wave. There's the other one. Okay. So that was sort of like good luck. Alright, so this is the turn that I charged instead of Peach Beam. I should have Peach Beamed because I'm an idiot. I got confused by the amount of XP I had. I had 7, so I thought Super Transit was my rounds, but it's not. It's not what I needed. So I have to make this block. And he gave me the easiest one to block out of all. And now we power bounce our way home. It 3-capped me! Oh my goodness! Well, I still have a life free. But I don't think it's numerically possible for me to actually win the fight now because the game is actually just throwing me a giant middle finger. Wow, okay. I'm
You're saying every time you watch me play this game, this happens.
Yes, every time.
This happens,
Every
dude.
time, Matt. Oh my goodness. It's actually like, it's mathematically in this fight. I don't even have a badge that gives me an RNG chance of dodging something. I don't have that on. So, wow. Okay. I would normally say just fuck it. Let's just not do this battle. But the last trick of the game is really, really funny and it's worth seeing. There's actually a trick after Bowser that is worth witnessing. Plus, I'm gonna kill this jerk.
You can still beat us too.
No. The Yeah. Oh man, Mad Shadows. Jeez. Yeah, the twink fight is a couple minutes, and the cutscene between Bowser and the final cutoff is 6 minutes. So 6 minutes from now is 2:13. So you could probably do the actual fight in 2 minutes, but the twink cutscene is. I'm gonna be overestimate which the actual twink fight is no. I am actually mortified by this. I cannot believe that I'm not going to be this estimate. Well, I guess it's nice that I got 3 capped on a run that was shit instead of getting 3 capped on a run that was good. My goodness. I'm actually not passing this one off for tradition. I need to watch it.
Okay. So hold B and mash it.
Yo, I'm scared if the Bowser fight happens. Yeah, I will. I will just sit there.
Just charge.
I will be charging. A, B, C. Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh, I'm not even watching. I'm watching the stream to you. I'm so mad. Yeah.
Dude, what flag is the best of you?
Yeah, the leg you get. Look at these mad blocks.
It's really advanced stuff. Believe in the power of friendship. We can defeat God.
Oh god. Quick.
There's some really intense text box manipulation going on here.
Mad Pro Sweats. Oh yeah? Damn. There's some RNG manipulation in there too. Manipulating all of it. Oh yeah. So interesting thing I should mention here actually that was lightly touched upon, but didn't explicitly stated. Playing on Virtual Console lags more than the N64, which is kind of surprising. It's rather embarrassing, actually. And so, apparently the Virtual Console is slightly faster than the N64, though, because it does load faster. So, I don't know exactly the numbers on this, but certain areas are noticeably laggy, though, and this is the worst thing in this entire upper floor of Peach's Castle is a shit show of lag.
Actually, it's particularly let's see, Spiral Shadow has 7-star sprites appearing as vertical effects that appear on the
Right. Oh, wow, that was lag there, actually. Felt really weird. Alright, wave, thank you.
It might be worth investigating whether or not the lags versus like things actually.
I'm sure.
Like, is it more efficient only if you beat Bowser on the first try? Because if you like have to do it more than once, I wonder if it actually does it.
Oh, if you don't beat him first try, it's not really a speedrun, right? Like, you have to reset.
It's pretty efficient.
Very efficient. Wave. Thank you. Wave goodbye. Nope. The first move is Prey, basically, and it gives you star power. All the rest cost star power. The bottom one doesn't do anything except for concert. Oh my goodness. I'm an idiot. Okay, well, I won't. Oh no, I'm actually okay. Four. I might not be okay, surprisingly. Oh no, I'm fine. Yeah. I'm also good at this game. I blocked the wave with Parry. I actually need him to be alive this turn in order to kill him. So if I had missed that block, it would have been another reset. He has exactly 11 health left. So that's 7. Oh. You're dead.
It did.
You're dead. Dead. Alright, so the normal end time for marathon runs there, or races, sorry, but there's technically still input left to do. You still have effect on how fast the game goes beyond just holding down the B button, so the time isn't over by SDA standards. So SDA standards ends when Peach raises her hands after the next cutscene, and we really should wake Red up for this because I'd like you all to join me when it happens,
Yes.
because this is important.
He's in the other
So-
room.
Rob's room.
So this is basically the final cutscene. Then there's a short segment where I walk back to the castle, where there's a big party, and then there's the credits. Japanese runners apparently wait.
You're waking him up.
Yes.
Japanese runners apparently end timing after the credits, which is cool and all, but it's just you have to wait until after the credits, and there's no more input anyway. So SDA standards is usually to last input. I think task standards are usually to as well. So this is just a cutscene of basically the wrap up of the game. Okay. So there's actually one more trick in this game, and it is perfect. It saves time, but that's not why you do it. You do it because it's the best trick. It is so perfect. But first, we need to do something about stars. I don't think Mario can even remember why he's here. It's just a pretty girl who's talking to him, so, you know.
Where are all these giant starfish?
Why are there starfish and why are they talking to me?
Why do they have facial hair?
Yeah. Is that right back there? You can go back to bed once we're done.
Yeah. We have to finish the speedrun off, right? I mean the marathon. Off by the only way that this time forward.
Bowser put on his mighty troll face.
I got
That was a mighty troll face.
I got some pretty
I know what happened.
I got some pretty bad RNG.
I think I heard you say, I'll be surprised if I don't beat 215 in this one.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I had to beat Final Bowser 3 times. The first time I mucked up, and the second time I got really bad RNG. And it 3-capped me, and so I had to do it again. Also, did you hear how the computer needed to be jiggled?
Oh, yeah.
Probably should have warned you guys.
Yeah, it reset in the middle of my screen. So, what else?
Yeah, like it didn't pop up saying would you like to do this? Or nobody noticed. And all of a sudden it went down. And everyone was like, I guess I mentioned it in passing, but I didn't make a big deal out of it. I probably should have.
Alright, so Mario and Luigi are just, chilling at their house. And then here's Perry being actually a respectable mailman, I guess. For the first time in his career, delivering letters to all the various people I've met in my travels, telling them that they're invited to a party at Princess Peach's castle. It's pretty chill, actually, pretty swag. I'm pretty sure I met this person. Pretty sure Bombette's pretty important. That's Colorado's wife. I don't know who this is. I don't know why she's getting invited. She didn't do anything. I don't know why she's happy. I don't know what this is. This orange blob. These guys without faces? What is this? I don't understand. Yeah, those Yoshis are dead. So this is morbid as hell. Also, I don't recognize that fish. Oh, this guy's pretty cool though. He definitely helped out a lot. He was pretty instrumental actually in this whole grand scheme of things. This is where I wish we had English text, because this is actually pretty funny. So, Colorado is leading a new expedition, this time it's to the North Pole, and Cooper's coming with. So Cooper gets invited to go to Princess Peach's castle, and Colorado gives him permission to go. He's just like, oh my god, but I'm so excited to go to the North Pole. And he's like, that's fine, old chap, you can go. Princess Peach's castle runs off. He says, oh yeah, by the way, your wife says that it's, my birthday, and if you don't come home, I'm leaving you, kind of thing. And then the other guys get confused, and like, well, I guess we're going home too. Anyway, so, an invitation arrives. And Luigi has to go get it, because that's what Mario makes Luigi do. And, okay, I'm going to explain the glitch.
The translator.
Yeah.
Mario doesn't speak.
Oh yeah, he doesn't actually speak Japanese. Anyway, so, what I can do here is I can actually gain control of Mario a little bit before you're supposed to be able to. I can just hold down, and I go through the tunnel, and Luigi doesn't get to come. Luigi got uninvited to the party. He didn't do anything anyways, right? So why should he come? This is one of the main reasons, by the way, why estimate timing would totally be Peach's arms, because I definitely have full control over Mario. Anyway, Luigi doesn't get to come to the party. He's not here. He did not get to come at all. He didn't do anything, right? Mario didn't have the heart to tell him that invitation was only for him. Alright, so please join me. When Peach raises her arms, that's the end of time. I would like everybody to help me praise the sun. Next text box. Praise the sun. Wow, I wish that run took 2 seconds longer. Oh, gold split.
Parade for the cheese.
Good effort.
Parade for the cheese.
Alright, so I am about 20 minutes slower than I was expecting, which is, I don't think I'm as salty about it as Fitz might be, but I'm definitely not happy with that run. Basically every run I've done in the last 2 weeks has been faster than this. Well, okay, week has been faster than this run. So marathon luck plus bad execution at the end plus bad RNG at the end. Shoutouts to Anatomy Z, who is / was the record holder for any percent in this category. He's the world record holder for any percent of Peach Warp. He at AGDQ this year also died to Bowser the first time. So I'm among.
Shoutouts
I've got good company.
Buick, who might have passed out but has been in the chat since the beginning.
He was probably.
Shoutouts to anyone else.
Hey, look, it's the
still
tuna.
in the chat.
Somehow stuck through.
It's been
Totally get solid.
pretty inactive for a long time. But
Well, it is kind of 5 a.m.
it's actually like almost 9 a.m. It's 8:48.
Yeah. Well, I started at like. I started late though, didn't I? Yeah, it was like 6 something.
You started at what?
You started at 6.
Oh,
I think it was like
right,
6
yeah,
something.
6.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we stayed about 40 minutes behind schedule for most of the marathon. Like fluctuated like closer to on time.
You know, it occurs to me I should have left my estimate at 3:30, then we would have been half an hour ahead.
Well, okay, we started half an hour late, but I still I did math wrong somewhere, and forgot to change the estimate for Super Metroid from 145 to 115. So that's what kind of kept us on time. Well, we are here. Whoa.
Gesundheit.
Alright, my alarm to wake myself up is going off.
That sucks.
So I guess
Well-
I've been up for 24 hours.
Woo!
We're here longer than
Where's the club?
scheduled, but it looks like the end of the world hasn't occurred. We might have time for one more game.
Ooh.
Super
One
super-
more game.
Super Stegio Bros?
Yo, I will hang around for that.
They were at when
And
the,
everyone here will
when the
die.
stream went
What?
down because of the reset. Would that have lost the past broadcast?
No, it would
No.
just automatically be saved, wouldn't it?
Oh.
And then it would start like this
I
is
don't know
as
how
an
it
original
works.
file.
I've
By the
never
way,
streamed
Twitch will
it.
save it. It'll
Yeah.
just
One
like
of your
hit
control